Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy, Keep It Real MMA. I know it was late, but late doing this, but you know what I mean. Like what you can't forget is that I'm up till 6 in the morning watching these cards. So obviously, I'm just I had to go to sleep. I had important things to do in the day. So, but I still stayed up to watch it. That's what dedicated I am to MMA and you guys. So yeah, probably best card of the year. I gotta be real. It was definitely the best card of the year. So great fights, only about 2 stinkers, that's about it. But they weren't really stinkers, they were just normal fights, to be honest with you. It was just how good the fights were beforehand or afterwards. So at the end of the day, if you're new here, please like and subscribe. I go from early prelims all the way up to the main card. Just to let you guys know, I went 9-5 on the card. Now, there was one robbery on the card, which nobody's talking about, which is Karolina Kowalkiewicz and Silvana Suarez Gomez. Now, I don't care what anybody says. Suarez clearly won round 2 and 3. Clearly. I don't know how you can give Karolina Kowalkiewicz round 2 or 3. You can't. And nobody's talking about it. And the fact that the judges scribbled, I know that it wouldn't have made a difference to like the actual result, but the fact that they did that in front of the fighters is a problem in itself. And I might make a separate video on that. But now that that's out the way, let's go through the card. Eventually I'll get to that fight. It's not that far up, but yeah. Anyway, guys, like I said, if you're new here, please like and subscribe. I'm Keep It Real MMA, as you can tell if you're new. So yeah, keep it real. So yeah, let's go. First fight on the card, Carlos Ulberg versus Nikolai Nurmagomedov. I went with Carlos Ulberg by decision, I think. I think I said 30-27 or 29-28. Gets it done by first round KO. Hell of a performance by Carlos Ulberg, man. Started chewing up Nikolai Nurmagomedov's leg, just started chewing him the fuck up, blasting him with leg kicks, and actually damaged his leg proper, something that Izzy should learn with his leg kicks. I mean, Carlos Ulberg has a lot of potential, man. Was he 31 years of age? So he's coming into his prime, light heavyweight, so he has a bit more lineage with, his age and stuff when he gets older. He's got a lot of potential, man. He's very talented. Very good, a lot of power, and he's not afraid to let his hands go, even though he got KO'd by Kennedy Nzechukwu. So obviously that's just a one-time thing because he got gassed. But yeah, great performance by Carlos Ulberg, man. Looking forward to his fights in the future. I picked him for a reason. He was a taller, longer fighter. I knew Nikolai struggles to take people down who have good takedown defense. Typically, CKB guys tend to have decent takedown defense, and I knew that Carlos Ulberg would be way too much for him on the feet. So, and I also examined, as I was studying their fights, I realized how low tier competition Nikolai Nurmagomedov was fighting, and I just thought that Carlos Ulberg had it in the bag, and he did. As a small favorite, by the way, slight favorite. So yeah, next fight on the card, Julio Arce versus Montel Jackson. I went with Montel Jackson getting a 3rd round TKO, I believe, but he got it done by unanimous decision. I think he got it done by 29-28. I mean, he just kind of cruised along in the fight, to be honest with you. I was not impressed by his performance, but I didn't expect him to have an out-of-this-world crazy performance where he was untouchable and improved a lot. Because Julio Arce is decent, but I did go with Montel Jackson. I just thought that he'd edge him out, and he did. Edged him out over the 3 rounds. I can't remember which rounds he won. It was last night, but yeah. Great job by Montel Jackson, man. Like I said, just did what he needed to do to win. Weren't a great performance, but yeah, good job by him. Next fight on the card. There was not a lot to say on that fight, but yeah. Next fight on the card, Michael Trizano versus Sung Woo Choi. This is the first fight on the card I got wrong. I went with Sung Woo Choi. Michael Trizano gets it done by first round TKO. I don't understand Sung Woo Choi's mindset. It was a good fight though. These are the people that deserve a bonus. Because I wanted to say this, right? Why is the UFC giving people like Chandler Poirier 50k bonuses? Why are you giving Alex Pereira 50k bonus? Why are you giving these people 50k bonuses? These people have already made a shit ton of money, bro. You got people like Sung Woo Choi, people like Michael Trizano, right? People like Matt Frivola, Ryan Spann and Renato Moicano, and people like this who are not getting bonuses. Instead, you give a bonus to Alex Pereira, who's already made a shit ton of money, then you're giving it to Zhang Weili, who's a millionaire, and then you're giving it to Dustin Poirier and Michael Chandler when they don't deserve it. It was a good fight, but let's be real, round 2 and 3 wasn't too exciting. Let's be real now. It lived up to the hype, but it wasn't super exciting. But yeah, anyway, back to this fight. Double knockdown right at the start of the fight. And then Sung Woo Choi just went into full-on retard mode and just started spamming left hooks for no reason. Just felt like it, I guess. Just kept spamming left hooks over and over and over again. And Michael Trizano read it, dropped him again. Well, wobbled him a couple of times. Sung Woo Choi actually dropped him again. But then Sung Woo Choi went back to spamming fucking hooks. So Michael Trizano fucking drops him, puts him out with 10 seconds left in the first round. I just don't understand what Sung Woo Choi was going for. This sport is weird because you got a guy like Sung Woo Choi who is legit a champion in Muay Thai against Michael Trizano, who took up MMA just to keep himself out of trouble, who's not credentialed in a lot of areas, and just knocked Sung Woo Choi out like it was no problem really. Even though at the start it was really competitive, especially with the double knockdown, of course. Which I thought Sung Woo Choi got the better of at the start. But yeah, weird to me. Anyway. Next fight on the card, Karolina Kowalkiewicz versus Silvana Gomez-Suarez. Sorry, I said her name the wrong way around when I weren't reading the name. But yeah, I went with Silvana Gomez-Suarez. I thought she won the fight. I thought she won round 2 and 3. Simple as, she clearly won round 3, and I thought she clearly won round 2. She clearly lost. Round 1 was the most dominant round, which went to Karolina Kowalkiewicz, granny face. But I thought Silvana Gomez-Suarez won that fight. The fact that they scribbled out the scorecard right in front of them is just, what the fuck? I don't understand, but yeah, she gets it done by decision. It was a close fight, don't get me wrong, but Silvana Gomez clearly won that, in my opinion. I actually know how to score a fight, and I'll have to rewatch it, because maybe I'm wrong with the amount landed, and maybe I would change my mind if I had to. But based off the scoring criteria of what I saw in the moment, Silvana clearly won the fight, but, it is what it is. Next fight on the card, Matt Frevola versus Ottoman Azaitar. I did go with Ottoman Azaitar, but he ends up getting chinned in the first round. And I'm happy, to be honest with you. I don't really care. This is one I'm glad I got wrong. The reason I'm glad I got it wrong is because I know Ottoman Azaitar is Ali Abdelaziz rat-infested fighter who's literally a fucking cheating cunt. So I'm glad that Matt Frevola chinned him. And Ottoman, in my opinion, bro, I think Paddy would beat him too. I mean, he didn't look that good. He looked weird. Like, I guess the bag didn't kick in time, you know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, I'm glad Matt Frevola got it done. Good knockout, stay patient, and eventually clipped him good with that left hook, put him down. He called out Paddy. Speaking of Paddy, he called out Paddy, but he's not going to get that, because if Paddy beats Jared Gordon, which I think he will, Paddy will look to the top 15 or somebody just outside the top 15, and Matt Frevola isn't there. So, like, put it this way, Terence McKinney knocked out Matt Frevola in like 8 seconds. And Terence McKinney won't even get a Paddy fight, even though he's called for Paddy. So, yeah, that's just all you need to know. But yeah, I'm glad he knocked out the fucking cheat Ottoman Azaitar. So, yeah, good riddance. Anyway, next fight on the card, Andre Petroski versus Wellington Turman. I went with Andre Petroski winning by I can't remember what I picked him by, but he gets it done by unanimous decision. I thought he lost the first round, in my opinion, even though 2 judges gave him all 3 rounds. I thought he lost the first round, but the second and third round, he was absolutely gassed, but just pushed through it. So he shows great mental toughness. It's kind of like Beneil Dariush, because Beneil Dariush used to actually gas out a lot, but he used to just push through it. And when he used to push through it, he'd push through it and still get dubs. But yeah, Andre Petroski, man, he's really good. He's rapidly improving. He's new to MMA, and Wellington Turman looked massively improved, especially on the feet. Obviously, working with Glover and Pereira has obviously really upped his game. And I just think that Andre Petroski has got hustle in him, though, and his grappling's insane. I think he can go far in the division. He just needs to tighten up his striking defense and just tighten up his striking in general, and I think he'll do well. I mean, he did really well, out-hustled Wellington Turman and just did what he needed to do. So yeah, Andre Petroski wins 29-28. Well, not in my opinion, he did win. But yeah, next fight on the card was Erin Blanchfield versus Molly McCann. I said in my video, this is lock of the card. Obviously, Erin Blanchfield, I knew this was going to happen because Molly McCann can't grapple. And it's not just that she can't grapple, it's that Erin Blanchfield is a fucking beast. like I said, right, this went into my prediction video on the card. The reason why I believe so strongly in Erin Blanchfield's grappling, look at how dominant Miranda Maverick is, right? Just picture this, right? You've seen Miranda Maverick fight. Look how dominant. And if you haven't seen Miranda Maverick fight, watch her fights that she's won, right? Even watch the Macy Barber fight where she got robbed, right? So basically a win. But yeah, look at all her wins, right? Look how dominant her grappling is. Look how dominant it is. Erin Blanchfield fucking made her look like a child. Made her look like an amateur on the ground. Just ragdolled her like a child. Just made her look like an amateur. Not just ragdolling her, but technically holding her down, getting her down, everything. Out everything when it came to grappling. Erin Blanchfield is probably the future of the flyweight division, which is, is not hard because it's women's flyweight. But she is, as much as I shit on the women's divisions, especially the flyweight division, and the bantamweight and featherweight, I actually like the strawweight division. I think they're really talented, but not as talented as men in terms of, flyweight, bantamweight and stuff like that. But hey, put it this way, I think women's strawweight is more talented than Sorry, the fridge was making a weird noise then. I think that women's strawweight is more talented than men's middleweight. But yeah, anyway, that's not saying much. But yeah, Erin Blanchfield, I think she's actually really talented in this division. And I think it's a good thing that a grappler is moving up the division. Because Valentina Shevchenko has shown a weakness to girls who are very strong in the grappling department. So I think that Erin Blanchfield can get up there quick. She needs to improve more on her striking, but she looked really composed, really nice on the thing, and really nice when on top for other reasons, of course, research purposes. But yeah, she looked really good, and yeah, should have never given Molly McCann this fight. Didn't belong in it. Need to give her strikers if we wanted to win or have fun fights. So yeah, Erin Blanchfield gets it done. Lock of the card, like I said. Next fight on the card. Oh, I just peeped it. Dominic Reyes versus Ryan Spann. I went with Dominic Reyes. The reason I went with Dominic Reyes, right, was because Dominic Reyes is so much better than Ryan Spann. He is better than Ryan Spann. I know he's technically better. And the reason I went with him and wanted him to win was because I just thought that he had taken so much time off, and I didn't realise how damaged his chin was going to be, because he got chinned twice, I know. But what people don't understand is he got chinned by a spinning elbow, and he was taking big shots before that. And against Jan, you know what I mean, he didn't take that much damage to the chin, you know what I mean? So I thought that he got this in the bag, but what does he do? He starts spamming body kicks in the pocket with Ryan Spann. He shouldn't have came back to Ryan Spann, I do agree, because Ryan Spann has hella power. But Ryan Spann gets it done in the first round. Well, not TKO, just fucking flatlines Dominic Reyes with a half hook, half jab. He went the jab, but he kind of turned it because he seen Reyes starting in, and then it just connected, put him out cold. Ryan Spann, yeah. But on another note though, fuck Ryan Spann, because Ryan Spann is disrespectful as fuck, saying, "Oh, What did he say? He said, "Oh, I've only now just started training." Fuck off, bro. I've literally seen videos of you training. I've only now just started training. Shut the fuck up, bro. You be talking about your mother, right? Who's critically ill, right? And God bless her soul, yeah. And then, so you're telling me that you disrespected. You're saying you're providing for your mother and your family and stuff. So you're telling me you disrespected them by not training while trying to provide for them, and only now you've just decided to start training. Shut the fuck up, bro. Shut up, bro. I don't buy that, but yeah, good win anyway, but fuck you. Anyway, next fight on the card. Brad Riddell versus Renato Moicano. I went with Renato Moicano. He gets it done by first round submission. I said he get it done by submission in the second, I believe. I think it was third, something like I said. But he gets it done in the first. Renato, beautiful job, man. I mean, he's really good. Really good. Lands great shots on Brad Riddell. Great shots. Does exactly, what he needs to do in the striking department, and then gets Riddell's back and just easily chokes him out. Riddell CKB is not a good place for him because he hasn't got the height or the reach to be a CKB fighter, because they have a certain style and he doesn't suit the criteria in terms of physical attributes. Unless he can kind of adjust the way he strikes, but I don't know, he's kind of hard set in his ways probably. But yeah, great job by Renato Moicano, and probably one of my favourites on the mic, man. Like, fuck, he's class on the mic. One of the best, that was probably the best post-fight octagon interview in the entire UFC history, so hella good job by him. Hopefully he can make a run now so he can, get the wins to match his post-fight speech performances, interview performances, sorry. So that he can keep moving up. I'd say, he was top 5 at featherweight, and featherweights are technically more sound than lightweights. I know lightweights are more wrestling heavy and stronger, but he's a lightweight now, so maybe give him a top 15 guy. I think he deserves it, man. Brad Riddell was on the cusp of top 15, because don't forget, he did beat Drew Dober, who was on the cusp of that. So I'd say give Moicano a top 15 guy. He's a good fighter. I really like his personality, and I think that he can go quite far in the division. So yeah, great job by Renato Moicano, man. Did really well in that fight, like I said. So yeah, next fight on the card. This is now gone from the prelims to the main card. Dan Hooker versus Claudio Puelles. Whoever picked Claudio Puelles, you're literally fucking stupid. I said Dan Hooker is too much for him everywhere. Like, any way to do with striking, he is too much. And his takedown defense is going to be too good for Claudio Puelles to take him down. What people don't understand is, yeah, Claudio Puelles has all these, like, knee bars and these submissions, but have you ever seen him fight? These people clearly haven't seen him fight. Like, on the feet, he has nothing. Nothing on the feet. He can't compete with anybody on the feet. He's literally a worse Ryan Hall. He's literally a B-Tech version of Ryan Hall. He's a lightweight version of Ryan Hall, but worse. He can't strike. At least Ryan Hall can put some strikes together. He can't strike. And especially with the likes of Dan Hooker, who's a great striker. Bear in mind, Dan Hooker didn't even look his best. He didn't even look that good. He looked okay, but he didn't look great. Like, he looked decent. He didn't look great, but he looked really slow. And his kicks looked slow, but he did what he had to do. I mean, I think he scraped the first round because Claudio Puelles did a Mari roll, catch him off guard, get his leg. But Dan Hooker escaped, wasn't in too much danger, and landed the more popping shots on the feet. So I think he wins the round based off of effective striking. And then I think, obviously he was on his way to... He was dominating Claudio Puelles in the second round and then finished him with a teep kick to the body, TKO. Claudio Puelles put up a pathetic performance, and I don't like to say that about fighters, but it was a pathetic performance. Like I said, it was worse than Ryan Hall's performance against Ilia Topuria. It just was. So yeah, Dan Hooker, great job. Took no damage, so he can go to the Perth card in February. He can turn around pretty quickly, so yeah, hopefully he can get a little run going together, but I don't know, he just didn't look right. But if we give him someone like Tony Ferguson, I think maybe he can get another win and then, look good, look goodish, you know what I'm saying? So he's alright. So yeah. Anyway, next fight on the card. Frankie Edgar versus Chris Gutierrez. I went with Frankie Edgar. And the reason I went with Frankie Edgar was because the way... I didn't realise that Chris Gutierrez fights to the level of his opponents, because I seen the competition that he beat. They weren't amazing competition, and he just looked like he just was scraping the fights, and I thought that he couldn't wrestle at the level of Frankie Edgar. But I had this feeling when the fight started and I seen Frankie Edgar moving and Chris Gutierrez standing in front of him, I was just thinking, how can Frankie shoot on him? He can't get the angle to shoot on him. And I was thinking, if he shoots in, he's gonna get fucking kneed in the face. That's what I was thinking. Like, I generally, this is what I was thinking. I was like, if he shoots in, Chris is gonna knee him in the fucking chin. He is. It's gonna happen. I can see it. And then fucking it happens. I can't believe it. Like, I hate seeing him go out like that. Like, I mean, fuck. I thought he genuinely thought he'd out wrestled Chris Gutierrez over the 3 rounds. I really thought he would. Damn, man, it's one of those, you know what I mean? I really thought he would. But Chris Gutierrez clearly ups his level as he, fights better competition, I guess. So yeah, I'm looking forward to his fights. He's got a good record, man. He's like 19-3, something like that. So that's good. Something like that, anyway. But yeah, great job by Chris Gutierrez, man, and he moves up in the division. Next fight on the card, Dustin Poirier versus Michael Chandler. I went with Dustin Poirier by 3rd round TKO, but he gets it done by 3rd round submission. Great job by Poirier, man. I mean, damn. I mean, did really well. First round, Michael Chandler was fucking dominating on his way to winning. Hurt Poirier on multiple occasions, easy 10-9, and then Dustin Poirier just almost chins him right at the end, and Michael Chandler's like against the cage, I guess, trying to move away, and just about survives with like 5 seconds left. And but Chandler dominates the second round, cheats like fuck, gets the hook guard, the fish hook guard, and he cheats. But you know, he dominated that second round by wrestling, did what he had to do, and in the third round he was like winning, but then he took Poirier down, but he did the exact same mistake he did with Gaethje, picked him up and tried to slam him down. And what happened when he did it to Gaethje? When he did it to Gaethje, Gaethje was able to get back to his feet, pop straight back up and defend it perfectly. With Poirier, he was able to scramble and end up on top of Chandler. Chandler's one of those guys that he literally could be the best in the world at lightweight, but he just doesn't have the IQ for it. And it's a shame because he's such a good fighter. Don't get me wrong, he's a bit chinny, but he can manage that if he fights smart, but he just can't fight smart. And Poirier ends up on top, lands good ground and pound, and then eventually sinks up the rear naked choke, and Michael Chandler taps. I noticed that Dustin Poirier held it a bit longer than he needed to. Bit soy the way he got mad at Chandler, to be honest with you. Acting like he didn't cheat against McGregor by putting his toes in the cage, but is what it is. But I know Chandler cheated, but still. But yeah, good job by Dustin Poirier. I do like Dustin Poirier as a fighter, so yeah, he's really good. Anyway, next fight on the card, Carla Esparza versus Zhang Weili. I went with Zhang Weili by TKO, but she got it done by submission in the second round. Carla Esparza just looked the usual self, but Zhang Weili is just so much better, man. She got a huge confidence boost after beating Joanna. Did extremely well. Did what she had to do, really. Won the first round. Landed really good strikes. Second round, she got on. She kind of had what's it called? Like, it's not called a reverse crucifix, but it is a reverse crucifix, really. And then able to sink up the rear naked choke from it, and she got it done by submission, man. I was thinking to myself, I was like, why is she grappling with Carla so much? But I realized because she was so confident in getting a submission, and she got it by rear naked choke. So, good job by Zhang Weili. Glad I picked her, and yeah, I knew she was gonna win anyway. But yeah, first of all, though, I don't understand. Like, it's just typical New York showing their like tolerance. You know what I mean? Cheering on the Chinese fighter, but then booing the American fighter. I'm not advocating for you to boo for anybody, but the fact that you boo the fucking American fighter. I think New Yorkers are so retarded they don't even know that New York is in America, and that's what it seems like. And then they're booing the Chinese. Like, don't get me wrong, I fucking love Zhang Weili. I would cheer for Zhang Weili, but I also wouldn't boo Carla either. Like, even though I'm not American or Chinese, but you know what I mean. Like, I just don't understand like their thought processes. I get that you like a fighter, but it's just weird to me. I don't understand it. But yeah, good performance by Zhang Weili, and yeah. Next fight on the card. I told you! Israel Adesanya versus Alex Pereira. I told you! I picked Alex Pereira by third round KO, but he got it done by fifth round. Or in the fifth round. I fucking told you. I told you it would happen. I knew it would happen. I knew, right? And I will break it more in depth. Oh, don't worry, you'll get that video soon, guys. I will break it down in depth what happened. But yeah. Great performance by both men, though. Great performance by both men. Both men really upped their game for this fight. Really upped their game. Just before the KO, I could see my prediction come into life. I thought it'd come a lot sooner, but Izzy's a lot more durable than we all thought, man. His chin is unbelievable. I knew his chin was unbelievable anyway, but fuck. But my prediction was coming true. It was coming to fruition as the fifth round was unwinding. And just before the finishing sequence happened, I could see it happening, and I said Alex Pereira just got his number, man. And then the TKO happened. So yeah, great performance by Alex Pereira. I'll break these down in more detail. I won't break down Dustin Poirier and Michael Chandler. There's no point. I'll break down Adesanya Pereira. Trying to find which fights should I break down. Which fights should I break down? I don't know. Yeah, Adesanya Pereira, 100%. Main event, 100%. I'll break that down. Collar Sparza, Zhang Weili. No, I don't need that. Yeah, I'll do Dustin Poirier, Michael Chandler. So these two fights, right? Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you're new, please like and subscribe. Like I said, I'm Keep It Real MMA. I let my emotions be real, and I let my analyst mind take over. All these picks were logically speaking. Some didn't work out. Like I said, I went 9-5. Technically, I should have gone 10-4 because that was a robbery. Silvana got robbed, but still 9-5, positive record. All you people in the comments, right? I've had a couple of people saying I'm a casual, stuff like that. Who else got a positive record like me? Other than Guru and Weasel, even though my record is better than Weasel. So who else is doing it like me, these picks? Not a lot of people. Not a lot of people. And if they are, I'll be happy to see their videos. So yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much. This is Keep It Real MMA. See you guys in the next video. Peace.